Mr. Mbewe.
Yes.
Not so the Siavonga, man.
No, actually, it's just been very rough. Remember last week I was in Chipata, so we needed to complete whatever we did in Chipata into Siavonga, and we finalized this morning. Now, as I was coming, there was a serious accident. After the Siavonga turnoff, as you come now, between the Turnpike and that turnoff that goes to Siavonga, very bad accident.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was a minibus head-on collision. The minibus, of course, was headed to Lusaka, and the truck was headed to Chirundu. So what this minibus driver wanted to do is to overtake, and
As
then the
usual,
truck was,
yeah. Head on.
yeah.
They didn't
Like
see.
it's bad. It was bad.
It was bad, man.
Were there any casualties?
Yeah, serious casualties. Some people have been rushed to the hospital, but at least 4 people died in that, on the spot, including the driver.
Including the driver?
Yeah.
Oh, the driver for the bus?
Yeah, the driver for the bus and the passenger who was in front. It's bad.
And you saw it.
Yeah. Of course, not at the scene, but by the time I was reaching, everything was done.
Were there like police and stuff like that by the time you were getting?
They came through very fast, and of course they started slashing the bus to remove people that were there. But well, it was just very bad.
You see, and most of the time this happens, it's always there's a truck involved and a bus. Have you noticed that?
I think it's the patience of the road, first of all. For me, the licenses that are given to bus drivers should seriously be taken into consideration. Because, look, these are licenses sometimes you don't even go for tests.
For testing,
And that's just one. There was another accident involving the Indian University bus. Again, a number of...
Yeah, anyway, on a much lighter note. So, guys, watching from home, remember, there is a question that's scrolling on the screen. The first 5 people who answer that question correct will each win themselves a 100 kwacha free bet straight into your Bolabet account. All right? So you will get the results tomorrow. We'll let you know who has gotten that question correct, and you have to hurry. The first one to get the question correct wins 100 kwacha. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Courtesy of Bolabet. I don't know. I always want to rhyme things. I don't know why.
Okay. The big one, which we've all been waiting for. And I know him because I wanted him there because he seems to have some inside information about this transfer.
Patson Daka. I knew you would say that.
Okay, just before you come in, I wanted to say, I was seeing something, an article on social media saying that he's about to sign with Liverpool. And you know I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm super stoked about this.
Yeah, look, Patson Daka, I'll tell you the truth, it's becoming boring, you understand?
Yeah.
Because he's been linked to...
Yeah, because...
Look,
listen, this is why I always agree. The guy is worth...
Hold on. Is it 35 million?
22 million euros, which is 600 million kwacha. He is the most valuable Zambian player currently. So how can that be boring?
Boring as in such... Look, it's now 2 seasons, you understand? Where Patson is linked to this club, but we can now conclusively say he's leaving South Bay.
Yeah. That one is without it.
That one is not. Now, where is he going? There are 3 clubs, okay? Let me start with the area. It's done. It's, believe you me.
I'm one, Liverpool?
Yes. I'm inside that source now. Liverpool may actually not get him.
Now that's
okay.
Not good news.
Yeah, Liverpool may actually not get him because there are 2 things that are being looked into. Where he's going. Remember, he's the first striker now for South Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
About what, 30?
Why he didn't move was because he was second striker to Haaland. When Haaland moved, Patson became the first striker.
Yeah.
That's what Kanute wanted the boy to do. To experience that time where everyone is looking at him and saying, well, number 1 striker for South Bay. Now that he has managed, top scorer, player of Austrian League, Kanute now believes and agrees to say he has to move. Where to? Remember the rumor of Leipzig, the German team? Because that's where the coach is going?
Yeah.
That one is the last option.
Not the favorite.
No! It's the last. The preferable destination is England. You brought in Liverpool, he's not going to Liverpool.
Why?
They're looking at a club where he will walk in and start playing.
Sadio Mane.
Okay, he's got a point.
Sadio Mane has had a bad season. So,
And Firmino.
and for me, so yeah, so the only one who's really done well
Is Salah.
Is Salah.
Yeah.
So it's possible for Patson to get into. Plus Sadio, there were rumors that maybe Real Madrid are interested, but they're just rumors.
But let me tell you this. There's a very good relationship between Liverpool and Salzburg. Okay, if you look at all these money, those that have moved from Salzburg to join Liverpool, so that's the advantage that Liverpool has. But there's been a lot of talk on where they think he can just join in and start playing.
Yeah.
And that team is West Ham United.
West Ham United.
Yes, so Patson Daka may actually be playing for West Ham United.
And how reliable is this source?
Wow, well, ask this guy. When I speak,
Yeah.
when I speak,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Liverpool, big question mark, okay, but the preferable destination is now West Ham. I know you showed me that article where
Yeah.
Liverpool are almost wrapping it up.
yeah, and they even quoted saying Mitchell says that Mwepu, as well as Patson Daka, have all been left out because they have to sort out their destinations, because it will also be beneficial to Zambia as well.
Yeah, but Patson headed to West Ham.
So the three clubs: RB Leipzig, Liverpool, West Ham.
I'll repeat, if everything fails in England, he will end up at the Leipzig because that's where his coach is going and he knows him very well. But the preferable destination is England. Among these two teams in England, Liverpool and West Ham are leading. Where they think is going to have gameplay is West Ham. So West Ham looks seriously set to get back to
Anyway, you know what? I'm not really very disappointed. You know why? Because I also feel like, say for example, like you mentioned, if Sadio Mane stays, Firmino stays, and Salah stays, and then we still have Diogo Jota, who actually gave our front three a run for their money at one time when he was fit. Where will Patson Daka play? You know, he can't be coming off the bench. He'll go cold. So he does deserve to go into a place where he'll be the talisman of the team. And I think West Ham is actually a very good fit.
But let's face it, he still has competition even at West Ham. He needs to up the game. Of course, the benchmark that he has set is too high. Okay, so he's getting in as a first striker. A lot of expectations for him, but I think he's now big in the head and he can actually perform.
Well,
We're going to talk about Patson forever.
yeah.
It's a hot cake, yeah.
I was going to say, since we are talking about Patson, and that the fact that he is not playing in the national team because they're still trying to figure out where he'll go, how do you think the team will fare without the likes of Mwepu and Patson Daka?
I think they're going to do.
They're
national
playing
team?
tomorrow against Senegal.
Yeah, the game is 21:30. Yeah, we'll watch it in some channels, of course. Look, it's an opportunity for players that are second fiddle to fashion. Patson, Enoch Mwepu, you understand?
Particularly who?
No,
Patson
your boy, Collins Discombe.
Collins Combe, yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Moses Piri.
Well, and he could be leaving Zanako.
You see, that's another. Moses Piri, like, top scorer, 17 goals. The last time Zambian player in the Zambian league scored 17 goals that was the 2015 season. Winston Kaneko.
Yes, with
So-
Zanako, right?
Yeah.
With Zesco.
Zesco,
Zesco, yeah.
I think that's the season that he also reached 100 goals. That's Winston Kaneko. But Moses Piri has done well for this Zanako side, and no one expected him to do that well, particularly when he was at Bwezani. He didn't score.
Yeah.
He didn't score 17 goals, but he's moved early last year, and he's done really well. Now, obviously, he's been linked with moves away, some speculation, quote unquote, that just United. But again, as I was saying, I know you're going to disagree. The 5-4 player quota has practically it will make Zambian players expensive. Because listen, I know you want to interview. So Moses is a hot cake. Let's say LD qualify for continental football. Zesco have qualified. let's say Broadcon have also qualified. These teams will all be pushing for a striker. And Moses Period looks like a good bet, unless Zanako don't want to sell him. How much do you think he'll cost? He's going to cost a lot of money. And already the figures being thrown around that potentially he could cost as much as 2.5 billion kwacha if a Zambian club wants to sign him. And particularly that you're saying that there's a foreign club. I don't know any foreign club. I've heard some rumors, but I don't know.
Well, they are pushing. There's a foreign club, I think, one in Tanzania. And you know, when you mention Tanzania, people pick Simba, for instance. You understand? So because
It's the only one.
of course, it looks like there's that interest. But the issue is his contract is coming to an end in December. You understand? So anyone that would be pushing for Moses Piri, I hate Zesco United, Lusaka Dynamo.
Champions.
So,
No, but that means Zanako messed up because with 6 months less of his contract, he can walk away for free. He can just refuse.
but they
to
don't want to
sign.
let him go. I was trying to get hold of Zanako EXCO members, and he is not on sale. They clearly state that. We don't know what is going to happen, but you know when Simba coughs, it's the new TP Mazembe.
And that's the sad thing because now, if LD wants a striker and they can't afford 2.2 million kwacha, it restricts you. Like, who are you going to buy? Who's good enough for CAF competition? Like, I think it's a very disappointing situation. Except that possibly NAPSA stars. I'm telling you, a lot of club officials, if you're a club official at Broadcon Red Arrows, you'll be praying that either NAPSA stars and Nkana get relegated. Why? Because they're CAF competition players in there. Both of them played CAF this season. So I would be praying more for NAPSA.
But can a team that has put their coach or manager on administrative leave still go ahead and do business like that?
I mean, they can.
Yes,
When,
yes,
They can without him.
yes, they can.
Yeah, it's common among Zambian clubs. I think.
Look, the
Zambia-
administrative leave in Zambia means you're fired. Whether you like it or not, when they say this coach is on administrative leave, he's fired. You are not seeing Muhammad Fati coming back to coach NAPSA. I'm telling you. And that the
Kaunda.
Chris Kaunda is gone, man.
Wow.
He's gone. Administrative leave means you are gone. In Zambia, that is. Because they use administrative leave so that they
So
are...
it's a nice way to tell you goodbye.
No, exactly. The administrative leave so that in the background people sit and start sorting out the issues to pay out, you understand? Otherwise they can't say you are fired. Now, to just catch up with what Punch is saying, look, if NAPSA is relegated, there will be a rush for players. Jimmy Mukea, the young boy who is doing everything possible, he will be one of the hot players at Doko. So there are a lot of players now that are experiencing that game. Yeah.
Like Jimmy Mukaya contract issues because he signed his first contract with NAPSA this year when he was elevated. I believe when he was pushed up, and I doubt if they signed him less than 2 years. If they signed him for 1 year, I would think that they were not being very clever.
Your Lusaka Dynamo was just to go and buy out the club.
Buy out the clothes. Just for
That's what,
like,
that's what they do.
That's silence them.
yeah, because look in Zambia, like some of the buyout clauses. Okay, there are some for $1 million, like Mugalu.
He's the only one.
That was
He's the
$1
only
million.
one. $1 million.
$1 million, like buyout clause.
That's a big one.
$1 million. But a lot of them, it's like $1 million kwacha, 200,000 kwacha, 400,000. And that's nothing. Like if Jimmy Mukea has got a 200,000 buyout clause, he's a god. Like Lusaka Dynamo is gone. So we're praying.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad praying for NAPSA stars to get demoted, but
Did you win?
he's not happy.
Which one?
If not, I've
mean
not
the
seen-
games?
Yeah, the bets.
The bets. Right now, I was actually talking earlier on radio in the morning. I was saying I've played a 9 multi-bet ticket, 9-game multi-bet ticket, and I've been given a cash-out offer so far. So meaning
How much?
this very little. I'm even embarrassed to say 65 kwacha, but it's a 20 kwacha stake, and the payout is 1,200. So I've managed to get 3 out of the 9.
Yep.
So that's why they've given me 65 kwacha.
You should use that to shave your to go
Yeah, no.
Can you believe this guy?
I cut my own hair. In fact, I did this in the morning. I don't even know how much a haircut is, you know,
Yeah,
because
from the winnings.
I've always been cutting my own hair to the point where sometimes I don't even need a mirror. I can just cut and I just run my hand through it and I know that I haven't missed a spot. But
Guys,
sometimes I always ask my wife when I'm done,
you
like,
missed a spot.
where? Serious? It's my birthmark now. Where?
guys, I just came straight from Siavonga. I need to rest.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But look, I'll tell you the truth. Patson Daka, West Ham United.
Anyway, like
Yeah.
I said, I'm cool with it if you did.
Moses Piri, Simba.
Let the cut. But Zanako, if they
Oh, Azam, he's
but what if they want to play continental? I would suggest that if they want to play, they shouldn't sell him. Because how are they going to do well? Who are they going to buy to replace him?
Okay, well, Punch, your friend has to go and rest. He's still in transit as we're speaking. He hasn't even touched
exactly. I still have things in the boot that I have to offload.
this. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll see you later then, bro.
Good man.
Okay.
Okay. You know where to cut it, huh?